Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another quote breakdown. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today's quote we're breaking down is the difference between a strong man and a weak man is their level of self control. Now, every time I post this, I always challenge people to think about it, right? Like the caption here says, just think about it. And people, create their own meaning from it, and people find their own meaning of it. And it gets a lot of love every time I post it. So let's just break this down. Where do I start? What is self control? What is self control? And why is it so important? Self control, we think about it, is the ability to control your thoughts, your desires, your impulses. Well, matter of fact, your thoughts, your desires, your behaviors in the face of all temptations and impulses. Now, what are temptations and impulses? Let's just break this down, right? A temptation, the desire, a strong desire to do something, especially doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, right? Whatever that means to you. It's this strong desire to do something, this temptation, right? But where does this temptation and these desires and the impulses come from? That's something we can get into real quick. Now, if we think about it, the world, well, most of the world is controlled by marketing. Every single day, you're being pulled in many different directions, right? You're being pulled in, listen to this guy, listen to this ideology. This is the way of life. This is what you should be eating. This is how you should be thinking. And people are getting pulled in many different directions, even when they walk. Like if you ever visited New York City, you ever go to Times Square, or you're from New York, you see it all the time, right? Billboards, many things to catch your attention, right? And all of this stuff is based on human psychology, right? Marketers are good at psychology. They know what people want, they know people's desires, and they feed them to you, right? So, with that being said, all of this can confuse a human being that doesn't know where he's going, right? A human being that doesn't have a direction in life. All of this stuff, all the marketing, being pulled in all these different directions can confuse a human being who does not take ownership of their life. Now it comes to, now we got to think about the idea of where all these desires come from. Is it through programming? Is it through watching, listening, consuming? We can say that, you know, it can be all based on the mentality of the person or where they are in their life at the moment, right? See, a suffering mind that needs to escape will escape and give into temptations, give into all these desires, right? So since we're trying to break all of this down in a way where we can understand why self-control is the difference between a strong man and a weak man. And having all these things into play on what is temptation, where do these desires come from, the world pulling you in many different directions, and why is this important? A strong man knows at all times what is important, is in the forefront of his mind. It's the goals, the responsibilities. It's where he wants to be or where she wants to be, right? And I'm using man as an example. Man is just an example. I mean all humans, right? All human beings. When I say strong man, weak man, I mean all human beings. I'm just using man as an example. So a strong human being is one who knows what's important. They know where they're going in life. Here's why. Here's why a strong person knows where they're going. Because a strong person is one who can ignore and control all of these temptations, all of these desires, right? I want to do this. There's a strong feeling inside of me that's telling me to do something that's going to have a short-term effect, right? But is going to have a short-term result, but a long-term effect, right? It's going to contradict what it is that I really want to do. So most of the time, when you're striving for something, when there is a goal, when you're going for it to, you're looking to be successful in life, many people get sidetracked by all of these distractions, which creates this contradiction. I want to win. I want to succeed. This is what one says, but then does the opposite. Doesn't stay on task, doesn't follow the structure, doesn't have a structure, doesn't handle responsibilities, gives in to short-term pleasure, gives in to all the temptations and all these desires. But then we have to ask again, where do these desires come from? Now, a weak human, gives in to all these temptations. A weak person does not value what's actually important, right? As a matter of fact, not value, but doesn't see what's actually important, right? They value the short term, the instant gratification. They value the instant result over the long term benefit, right? They give into the pleasure. See, all these things in your mind, all of these desires, all of the temptation, the impulses, right? There's a strong feeling inside of you that's pulling you to do these things, right? I have this strong feeling to do this. I have this strong feeling to eat these type of foods. I have this strong feeling to um, be around this certain types of people. I have this strong feeling to cheat on my wife or cheat on my husband or cheat on my boyfriend or girlfriend. I have this strong feeling of not honoring the contracts, right? That I've signed. I have this strong feeling. And a weak person gives in at all times, does not control those desires, does not have control over their emotions. That means in the face of adversity, when adversity kicks in, when adversity is right in front of your face and you're experiencing extreme amounts of adversity, a weak man gives in, gets overwhelmed, allows it to take over. While a strong man controls his emotions and plays on the offense and remembers what is important. They stay true to the goal. They stay true to the purpose, the mission, the ambition. They stay true to that. That is in the forefront of one who is strong. That's in the forefront of one who is serious. One who truly wants to win. One who truly wants change. These things are in front of their face at all times. So now you have the mental ability to put blinders on and look straight ahead at the end goal. So regardless of whatever comes your way, you're like, look, these aren't temptations because the desire to win, the desire to achieve this goal means more to me than these little side missions, than these little short-term pleasures, cheap little thrills, right? And this is why I say that the difference between a strong man and a weak man is the level of self-control, because both humans have this strong desire to do something. One controls it, one finds a way to stay focused, the other one allows it to take over. It's plain and simple, self explanatory. That being said, fam, I was just looking at my notes. That being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully, you found this episode valuable. Share it. Share it on social media. Comment, like, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you next time.